Hello and welcome to the Inside the Lines podcast, hosted by myself, Gabe, and my co-host Max. Today we will be going over some scores of the week, and then we'll get into a little bit of a new segment. You guys see what that is here in a little bit, but yeah, crazy to think that we're already on our 5th episode, but time just flies, I guess. We'll go ahead and get started though. For the first game, we had the Cowboys 27 and the Saints 17. I'll let you kind of start, Max.
Yeah. This was an interesting game. I watched most of this, I think. Yeah. Personally, I wasn't extremely happy with this. I had what's his name? Mark Ingram on my fantasy team. I started him in an 8-man league. I'm sure if you guys watched the game, you know about how that went. Pretty horrible for me. This is a game the Cowboys should have won. They really had no excuse to lose this. The Saints are in a rough spot with injuries. They had Kamara out. They had, obviously, I think they started Taysom Hill in this one, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Taysom Hill actually did look horrible, as bad as I thought.
Well, he threw like 3 interceptions.
Yeah, but he showed off a little bit more down the field passing than I kind of thought he would. And I don't know, I guess I was a little bit impressed by that.
He was just like a white Lamar Jackson in a way.
With a much worse arm.
Yeah.
How about Tim Tebow?
I'd like to think he's a little better than Tim Tebow. Maybe like Tim Tebow at Florida.
All right. Yeah,
I guess.
That's fair. But anyways, he adds a lot to that offense, but he also takes away a lot to that offense.
Yeah. Famous Jameis is a much better quarterback than Taysom Hill. I don't think people need to get that twisted.
Right. He's not near the athlete, but he's just so much better of a quarterback.
Yeah, I would agree. From a Cowboys fan perspective, I really would have liked to seen them win by more. But, I mean, like what you said when the Colts beat the Jets by, well, not as much as what you would have hoped. A win is a win, and a win is a win. So I'll take a win anytime we can get it. Hoping the Cowboys continue to get healthy. They've had some key players return. I think Randy Gregory actually played in this game. So that's good news.
What's that defensive end's name? Bruce Irvin?
On the Cowboys?
Yeah. Do they have a defensive end by the name of Bruce Irvin?
He might have been playing in place of DeMarcus Lawrence. Maybe DeMarcus Lawrence was the one that was back and Randy Gregory is still out. That might actually be it.
I'm not sure. But the least surprising news of the day, Bruce Irvin was arrested.
Well, I guess that's a good thing. I've never heard of him.
Well, he's notorious for that.
Oh. I have to ask you a question, Max, because I've been seeing this a lot of places. Pollard or Zeke? I think this has always been kind of an argument, but after Pollard ripped off that long run, and Zeke, before people rip into him too much, I'd like to say that he was playing with a bruised knee that he's kind of been fighting with all season, but he didn't want to stay out of the game. He's a football player. He wanted to play. But he wasn't 100%. But Pollard, I just think there's times that Pollard looks better than Zeke, and those times pop up more frequently as the year goes.
Yeah, I don't know. I do have Pollard on one of my fantasy teams, and he's been putting up all right numbers for me.
Yeah, he's just hard to.
I'm scared to start him.
Yeah, you can't start him. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't start him until he consistently gets more carries than Zeke. I don't think he's ever going to get the red zone carries this season.
No, he won't.
Hard to start. But if you need 2 yards, I think I'd take Zeke. But if you want that home run hitting back, I mean Pollard's faster, I think.
He is, yeah, definitely faster.
I don't know. He's lightning in a bottle.
Yeah. The Cowboys had that, I believe it was a 60-yard run by Pollard, and the announcer said this stat when I was watching the game, and I was just floored by it. I almost didn't believe it. But that was the longest. The Cowboys hadn't had a run over 53 yards since 2013.
The Colts have had 3 of them this season.
Yeah, so that just goes to show you that Zeke just does not have that speed anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's certainly interesting.
He's still a big burly back. He gets downhill, but I don't know. Pollard runs smooth. The way that Pollard runs reminds me of how Zeke ran his rookie year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's certainly an interesting conversation.
Yep. All right, I'll let you go ahead and take us into the next one.
All right, the next one, not a particularly important game, or at least not anymore. It could have been, but the Minnesota Football Vikings.
I guess if you live in the Michigan metropolitan area, it's important.
Yeah, the people in Detroit don't care. And Lions 29. Oh man. So funny story, actually. I texted Gabe right as soon as this happened, all caps, the Lions won. I love this for Dan Campbell. I think Dan Campbell might work.
He might. They definitely give him another year. There's no reason why they wouldn't.
They have to give him another year. I think he's one of a kind. So if he works, you're not going to see other guys like Dan Campbell getting hired.
No, there is no other Dan Campbells.
No, nobody else is going to their first press conference talking about biting people's kneecaps off. You just don't see that. But like when McVay was hired, McVay worked, you saw a bunch of young offensive minds become head coaches.
Yeah, a bunch of great value brand McVays.
Right. And when Dan Campbell, if he succeeds, you're not going to see a bunch of angry middle-aged people start becoming head football coaches. It's just not going to happen.
No, it won't. I want it to work out for Dan Campbell, and I want it to work out for the Lions. People have been kind of on Jared Goff, but he played really well in this game.
Oh, he played a good football game.
He
After
did.
The Colts game was done, I ended up turning over to this one, and I was shocked. He was throwing good footballs.
And if you ask me, I really don't think this Lions team with Matt Stafford compared to Jared Goff, if they have Matt Stafford, they might have 2 wins instead of 1 this year, or 3. Like, I really don't think the difference between those when they're on the Lions is that big.
Yeah, if the Lions can stack a couple drafts and maybe Dan Campbell can take some steps forward, I think they need a different offensive coordinator. But, I mean, this thing has potential to work. Let me ask you this. Where does Mike Zimmer go after this game, other than the electric chair?
I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about Mike Zimmer. Does he work with the offense or the defense?
He's a defensive coach, but
defensive.
On Twitter, I've heard a lot of people calling for his job.
I have too, and he's definitely on the hot seat. We've talked about the Vikings. I think almost every episode is that they're just a team that can just never get over the hump.
Yeah, well, it starts at being average at quarterback.
Yeah, Kirk's had a better year this year.
He's still average, though, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
I would like to think anybody would look decent with Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, no, and their O-line isn't horrible. I'd say it's middle of the road.
Yeah, and I think we'll talk about Justin Jefferson a little bit later, but he's so good, man. He's so good. He's a top 5 receiver in this league.
You could make that argument.
I mean, you could make an argument for number 1. He's good.
You can make an argument for top 3. I don't know if he's number 1 yet.
I don't know if he is either, but I'm just saying he's amazing.
If somebody came up to me and said Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver in the NFL, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't think they were completely crazy.
No, I wouldn't either. He's a stud.
He is.
They're built different over there in LSU.
They are.
Go Tigers.
I wonder where he'll go. Coach O.
Couch.
No, there's no way. He's going somewhere. He'll at the very least be some like weights and conditioning coach.
Yeah, I wonder if he makes a shot at the NFL. Maybe goes like a defensive coordinator type route.
Oh, you know what would be interesting?
What?
Oregon. Go Ducks.
He does not fit that culture.
They might make him fit. Who else are they going to hire?
Wait. Give me Dan Campbell and Ed Orgeron in the same room.
Ed Orgeron can do nothing bad for the Lions. If he goes to that organization, instantly makes them better. Instantly.
Dude. Put them right next to each other during the press conferences.
Give him a helmet in practice. And just let him hit the players.
Oh, that'd make my day. I can see
Oh,
that.
we should probably. All right, let's move on to the next one. We had the Chargers with 41 and Bengals with only 22. This was a game where Joe Mixon, he still had a pretty decent fantasy outing, but you saw that Bengals run game, which has been really good this year, kind of get stopped by what might be the worst front seven in the NFL, which I don't know how that happens. I've
Outside
talked
of
about,
Bosa.
yeah, outside of Bosa, but I've talked about it before that the Chargers front seven is not great.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yep, they're not good. Secondary's all
bums.
right.
Yeah, their secondary's all right. They got Chris Harris. They got man, they have one other corner. They got a defensive rookie of the year candidate too. Their secondary's not bad at all, but their front seven outside of Bosa is just a bunch of bums.
Yeah. Justin Herbert has a case for the best quarterback in the NFL right now.
Yeah, his only problem is he's turnover prone right now. But I don't know. That with young quarterbacks, that's going to come with the territory. Every
Yeah.
great young quarterback that's trying to make plays is going to throw interceptions. That's just going to happen. I got really excited because at halftime, in the middle of at the end of the first quarter, I think Herbert had 21 fantasy points, and I was starting him, so I got really excited he could go for like 30 or something, but he went for 24.
Yeah.
But as a Colts fan, I wanted to see the Bengals win this game, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. Both those teams still have a very reasonable shot at the playoffs.
Yeah, I still think the Bengals have an opportunity here to win the NFC or the AFC North. They might. In my opinion, they might be the best team. I might take them over the Ravens.
Yeah, maybe. Speaking of the Ravens losing 19-20 at the Steelers. Obviously, the controversial go for two by John Harbaugh, wrong one. I'd like to know your opinion on that, on if you thought they should have went for two.
Yeah, this is like a similar situation that I guess like Pete Carroll was in like Super Bowl, what was it, like 48, when he decided to throw the ball on the 2-yard line. If that pass works and like they walk in like easy touchdown, win the Super Bowl, confetti, people say that that's a good call to mix it up and catch the Patriots off guard on the 2-yard line. But since it didn't, it's might be like the worst coaching decision ever. This is kind of the way that people look at the go for two for the win.
This isn't near as controversial as that, because the general rule in football is if you're away, you go for the win, and if you're home, you go for the tie.
Yeah.
But this is actually really similar. A lot of people won't know what I'm talking about here, but last year, me and Gabe both play high school football. For those who don't know, and we lost in the sectional championship last year because we went for two and we didn't get it, and we lost by a point. You remember that?
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, it's very similar. Actually, I think that might have been the score.
I believe it was, but yeah, people dog on the coach. Like people,
in my opinion, I would rather go for two in that situation.
Yeah.
I don't want the coin toss to indicate who wins that game.
No, me neither. And if the Ravens get it, everyone praises the coaching staff, and well, they didn't get it, so now everyone's questioning them. That's just how this play works.
Yep, it's how the game goes.
Yeah, you'll have that sometimes. You can't win them all, especially if you put yourself in that situation. You're not going to get every 2-point conversion. But we'll see where each team goes from here. The Steelers are still scraping just above 500.
I don't think they'll finish very well.
They might finish right at 500.
Yeah, maybe. That tie is going to be weird if they're in the playoff mix. That's going to help them.
Yeah.
Or hurt them. It's just going to be weird.
Yeah, it will be.
Because now their conference record pretty much doesn't matter because no one else is tying.
Yeah.
It's kind of
what
weird.
are the Ravens now? Are they 8-4?
The Ravens, yeah, they're 8-4. The Steelers are 6-5-1.
The Bengals are they 8-4 too?
The Bengals. Let me look. No, they're 7-5.
They're 7-5. Okay, and then
Yeah.
the Browns are like what 6-6. No, they're not 5-7. I don't think, are they?
Let me look real quick. Brown.
That's just kind of a dumpster fire over there in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's getting worse every week. They had a bye week this week, so they're not on this page. But
Yep,
let me
they're
pull
right
up the
around
AFC
500 though.
I'm pulling up the AFC playoff picture right now.
Alrighty. I guess while you're doing that, we can go ahead and go to
talk
the
about next game.
Patriots-Bills game. The Patriots won at the Bills 14-10. This is a game where Mac Jones threw 3 passes and completed 2 of them.
Game manager.
Yeah, he is a game manager. He's only a rookie, though. Definitely the best rookie quarterback. The Patriots, I really wish. Can the Patriots just not be bad for more than 1 year?
No, they can't.
It just, oh my gosh, it makes me mad. Because they're the most dominant franchise in sports for like a decade. And then they have one bad year where it's a pandemic and they pretty much have every excuse to be bad. They have a bunch of players opt out and they're still just below 500. Everyone thinks they're going to be not very good this year. They got a rookie quarterback. And then now they're what, like 9-5? Or no, not 9-5, 9-4, 8-4.
Wait, who?
The Patriots they're 8-4, right?
They're 9-4.
They're 9. Oh, that's that's right.
They're 9-4 with a 7-1 conference record.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
Nuts.
Ever since they lost to the Cowboys in overtime, they haven't lost a game.
No, they're crazy. Their next game's at the Colts. That'll be a good one, actually, I think.
Yeah, since it's at the Colts, it might be good. That would be a really good win for the Colts, actually. That's kind of it's a must-win game for them.
Not actually.
Well,
the Colts
getting this close,
or they need to go. 4-1 in their next 5 games.
So you could say that this might be a must. That this could be a must-win. And if this isn't a must-win, then the next one definitely is.
Yes.
So maybe not must-win yet, but
they can lose 1 game. Actually, they could lose 2 games, but they need a lot of help. They're pretty much guaranteed to get in if they only lose 1 game.
Yeah.
But that game needs to be the Cardinals game. Just to help, because they have a good conference record. They're 6-3 conference record.
Yeah. What's that AFC playoff picture look like?
All right. So at number 1, we have New England. 2, we have Tennessee. At 3, we have Baltimore. At 4, we have Kansas City. 2, 3, and 4 are all 8-4 though. And then 5, 6, and 7, which is the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Bills, are all 7-5. We have at 8, we have Pittsburgh, who's 6-5-1, and at 9 we have Indianapolis, who's 7-6. And even unpopular opinion time. Ties should not exist. Actually, that's not even unpopular. Ties should not exist in the NFL because it makes stuff like this stupid. It makes your conference record not matter.
Yeah.
And it makes the playoffs so hard to predict. And then we have Las Vegas at 10 at 6-6. Okay, let me just read you all the 6-6 teams. Las Vegas, Cleveland, Denver are all 6-6. Miami's 6-7. And then the Jets, Houston, and Jacksonville, no one cares about. Did you see the pictures of the Colts Houston game? Nobody was there.
Yeah, I showed you that, didn't I? There's like
maybe, but I had saw it before, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. But oh my god. They had to got like about $200 in ticket sales. It was pathetic. Bad. It was so bad. I saw this thing on Twitter. They went 2 years ago. They were up like 24-0 in the AFC Championship against the Chiefs. And then flash forward 2 years to now, they are they're probably the worst team in the NFL.
2-10.
Since the Lions, I think the Lions are better than them.
They're 2-10.
Yeah, there was a stretch where they scored like 15 points in 3 weeks.
How in the world is okay? In Houston's 2 wins are against Jacksonville and Tennessee's practice squad. So yeah. So I don't know. I'm ready to move into our new segment. Pretty excited about it. Are you? You ready?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right,
I'm
so
you starting this one out? You go first.
I was just going to introduce the segment.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Go for
So
it.
our new segment is called Would You Rather? So basically, we're going to start with one player at a position, and then we're going to say a bunch of other players, and we're going to say whether we would rather have that player or a different player, and we're going to explain why. There's something similar to this on The Herd with Colin Cowherd, but
Yeah, and to
this is our version.
not get anything confused, this is for like actual like football.
Yeah,
Like you're a
Like, who
GM
would I
and you're
rather
getting
have
this
on my
guy.
team?
Except we're not counting in like contracts or anything. This is just like pure skill.
Yeah, if you're like
Pretty much.
drafting and you need a running back, and all these running backs are like
Available, I
on
guess.
the open market for the same price, who do you want?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and get started. So the first one is Aaron Jones. Would you rather have Aaron Jones or Saquon Barkley, Max?
So I'm gonna go Aaron Jones, but not by much. I think Saquon
That's
Barkley's still
respectable.
gonna have a productive career. I really think Saquon Barkley's gonna have a productive career.
The injuries just have to be a concern, though.
Yeah, they're a huge concern, but I don't think he's ever gonna be what he was, but I think he's gonna be a top 15 back for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I worry about Aaron Jones.
All right. Aaron Jones or James Robinson?
James Robinson. James
Really?
Robinson is electric with the ball in his hands. I love watching him play.
Okay.
And
This
he's
one,
younger.
this next one will be probably pretty easy for you. Aaron Jones or Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor.
All right, you don't even have to go into that one. Aaron Jones or Joe Mixon?
Joe Mixon.
Okay. Aaron Jones or Austin Eckler? This is interesting. They're kind of similar backs.
Austin Eckler's just a better player, I think.
Yeah, I'd take Eckler as well.
He's a better catcher. He's not as much of a runner as Aaron Jones, but he's a better catcher. He's a better pass catcher. He's just electric. I love watching Austin Eckler play.
Yeah, same. Aaron Jones or DeAndre Swift?
Shoot, I made this list harder than I meant to.
Yeah, pick one.
Aaron Jones. DeAndre Swift is already showing injuries early in his career, and I don't like that. And Aaron Jones is a much more polished player at this point in his career.
Okay. Aaron Jones or Najee Harris?
Najee Harris.
All right.
I mean, he's a rookie. He's a stud. I think he's going to be a good player in this league for the next 5 to 10 years.
He's a good runner. He's a good pass catcher. Not a bad pass blocker. He's kind of your do-it-all back.
He's also a great guy.
Yeah, he's somebody that you want to be.
You want
him. You want him in your city. You want him wearing your jersey on billboards. You want him talking to the media. You want him doing all your promotions.
He's that guy you don't have to worry about.
Yeah.
You get him in the building and he plays football.
Exactly.
All
right.
So next, we're going to do Javonte Williams. Gabe, would you rather have Javonte Williams or Michael Carter?
This one's interesting because for those of you that don't know, they were teammates at North Carolina in college, and they were a really great 1-2 punch, but I'm going to take Javonte Williams.
All right. Javonte Williams or Elijah Mitchell?
Elijah Mitchell's already had some injuries in his rookie year, so I'm going with Williams.
All right. Javonte Williams or Josh Jacobs?
I might have to go with Javonte Williams. He's like a wrecking ball. Javonte Williams is. I mean, I've showed you the clips of him just like carrying people down the field.
Yeah. I saw something on Twitter that just it was like an edited picture. It was like Javonte Williams runs on horsepower.
Yeah, he is. I saw this another thing on Twitter. It was like a Bugatti sitting in like an awning of a trailer,
Oh,
and it's like
I know.
Javante Williams on the Broncos.
Yeah, I've seen the meme.
No, it is
Alright.
true.
Javante Williams or David Montgomery?
I'm gonna stick with Javante.
Really? Okay. Javante Williams or Chris Carson?
Javante Williams again. I made this one a little bit too easy.
Yeah, you did. I'm gonna add another one after this.
Yeah, you can
Javonte
just
Williams
just
or
start
Najee
naming running
Harris?
backs. Yeah.
Javante Williams or Najee Harris?
This one gets interesting because I mean we talked about Najee Harris a lot. I don't really know how Javante Williams is as a person. And considering I've never heard anything about him, that means that he's probably not a bad person. So I think
Najee Harris is more talented, but whatever.
see, but that's the thing. Najee Harris gets so much more work than him. Javante Williams, if Melvin Gordon is not on the Broncos, Javante Williams shines. Like, I think if you switch Najee Harris and Javante Williams, the Steelers' production would not dip that much. But Najee Harris has
disagree,
proven it
but-
more. So I'm gonna go with Najee. I'm gonna go with
Right.
Najee.
You could use that same Bugatti meme with Najee Harris on the Steelers.
Yeah, I guess you
Um,
could. Deontay Johnson, I really like him as a receiver, though. He's on the
Yeah,
Steelers.
he's also good, but oh man, Ben.
Ben.
Javante Williams or James Robinson?
James Robinson. He's less of a risk, I'd say.
Okay. Javante Williams or Clyde Edwards-Helaire?
Javante Williams, 100%.
Javante Williams or James Conner?
I'm gonna stick with Javante. I'm gonna say Javante Williams.
All
I
right.
think his tape's better.
Javante Williams or DeAndre Swift?
I'd probably have to go with Swift.
Okay. This is fun. I like this.
Yeah, I think let's go ahead. I want to ask you another one, kind of running back related. So
Okay.
we'll have Joe Mixon as our baseline. Joe Mixon or Ezekiel Elliott?
Joe Mixon.
Is there any question to that, or are you just 100%?
Zeke's on the downhill of his career.
Yeah,
Mixon's having the best season of his career, so it's not much of a question for me.
Mixon or Najee?
Najee.
Mixon or James Robinson?
James Robinson.
Really?
Younger. I think, man, I love me some James Robinson. I really do.
Mixon or Eckler?
James Robinson carried that Jaguars team last year.
Yeah, he did.
All right, what'd you say?
Mixon or Eckler?
Eckler. He just does more.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna switch. We're gonna switch gears. I'm gonna give you a receiver, and then you'll tell me if you'll take this person over him or not.
All right. I'm
Okay,
going to
so
give you a receiver.
I'll give you, and then I
Okay.
guess you can like give me a receiver after that.
Wait, I'll give you the next thing we have written down. But you can, yeah, we'll go receivers here.
Okay, so the baseline is Cooper Kupp.
All right, cool.
Cooper Kupp or Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson.
Cooper Kupp or Tyreek Hill?
I like that one. Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp or Devontae Adams?
Devontae Adams.
Cooper Kupp or Debo?
Oh,
I think this one's kind of more obvious than
really? Okay, yeah, Cooper Kupp. Never mind. They do very different things.
they do. It's hard to compare the two.
They'd be fun on the same team.
Okay, Cooper Kupp or Stephon Diggs?
Stephon Diggs.
That's it.
Ah,
I don't. That one's tough.
It would be so much easier to rank Cooper Cup if he was with an average, or if he didn't get 15 targets a game.
It would. And it also, like, Cooper Cup is a slot receiver.
And he
All
is
these other
schemed
guys,
open.
he is. All these other guys are getting guarded by teams' best corners. Cooper
I-
Cup
Like,
gets
when
a
I'm
free
watching-
release off the line almost every time.
Yeah, when I'm watching him play versus when I'm watching other receivers play, I'm not seeing him beat guys. I'm just seeing him find the open spot.
Yeah. So
Which
it
is a
makes it
different
more
skill,
interesting
but
because
it's
all the
interesting.
people that I have listed are true wide receiver ones, and Cooper Cup really isn't.
Well, I don't know if you could say he's not, but
Well, he's a wide receiver one, but from the
it's just in a
slot.
he's in a different package, I guess.
Yeah.
Different wrapping. I don't know.
All right.
Hit me with some more.
CeeDee Lamb,
Cooper Cup.
Mike Evans,
Cooper Cup.
Chris Godwin,
Cooper Cup.
Keenan Allen,
Cooper Cup, but it's closer.
DK,
Oh, Cooper Cup.
Jamar Chase.
I was hoping you'd ask me that. I think if I want him for the rest of their career, I'm going to take Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase is going to be really, really good. But
Yeah.
right now, I want Cooper Cup.
All right. That's respectable.
Wait. Let me ask you, Cooper Cup or a health? Okay, never mind. Cooper Cup or DeAndre Hopkins?
D Hop.
D Hop just does not get the volume, so we don't know.
He's the X factor. D Hop is, in my opinion. I'm taking D Hop.
Did you say? Yeah, okay. You said D Hop. Okay.
Yeah. Are you on the same list that I am, Max? Just
Yeah.
go down a little bit and you give me some receivers down a little
Alright.
farther. We'll make it a little
Alright.
more interesting.
Terry McLaurin is the baseline.
Okay.
Amari Cooper.
I'm gonna take Scary Terry.
Oh, this one's gonna be fun. Chris Godwin.
I have to take Chris Godwin on that.
Marquise Brown.
Hollywood. I just feel like Terry McLaurin's got better hands. I'm gonna take Terry.
Deontay Johnson.
I'm gonna take Deontay Johnson.
Alright.
I saw a stat this year.
Okay.
He had like 80 targets in one drop or something like that. Something stupid. Which Terry McLaurin has great hands. Don't get me wrong, but I think Deontay just has a little bit more to offer. But then
Yeah,
I guess Terry is interesting because he's really held back by his quarterback play in his offense. Like, we don't
Yeah.
really know how good Terry McLaurin is yet. We may not ever know.
Yeah, he's definitely got. Yeah. Let me find something here. Tyler Lockett.
I'm going to take Terry.
I think I'm kind of running out of good ones here. All right. Let's go back to Dak Prescott or Russell Wilson.
With the way Russ had, if you asked me this question last year, I'd probably say Russ and it wouldn't even be a question, but I think I'm going to go Dak on this one.
All right. Dak Prescott or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen. I'm not going to try to overthink that one. Josh Allen.
Dak Prescott or Carson Wentz?
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott or Baker Mayfield? I don't know why I wrote that one.
Yeah, Dak Prescott. I think I'd take Mike Glennon over Baker at this point.
Dak Prescott or Matt Stafford?
Ooh. Let me take my Cowboys glasses off that fog my vision a little bit. I'm going to go Matt Stafford.
All right. Dak Prescott or Kyler Murray?
Kyler Murray. That one's
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Dak Prescott or Justin Herbert?
Justin Herbert. I think he's got a taller ceiling.
Dak Prescott or Ryan Tannehill?
Dak Prescott. Ryan
Dak
Tannehill's
Prescott.
system quarterback.
Dak Prescott or Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Watson. I'm going to go with Deshaun, especially
That's so tough.
if he is playing football somewhere not in a jail yard. I'm taking I'm gonna take him.
Man, he'd dominate the jail yard.
It would be like the longest yard.
Yeah. Let me think here. Aaron Rodgers?
Max, come.
No, but
Well, I guess
he's old.
thinking about he is old. I mean, he might actually retire after this year. Well, actually, I bet he just goes to a different team. I'll probably take a Dak just because Aaron Rodgers is so old.
All right. So I'm guessing you're going to take Dak over Brady too then.
Yeah, even though Brady might play till he's 50.
See, because Aaron Rodgers, that sounds silly at first, but if you're a GM,
You think about it, yeah. I mean,
you
Aaron
gotta
Rodgers.
think about that.
If you think about Aaron Rodgers, as far as arm goes, he really hasn't showed many signs of slowing down. I mean, he's not fast. He was really never fast. But
No, I think if your team is ready to win right now, you want Aaron Rodgers.
yeah,
But if you're going to be ready to win
I would
in
agree.
5 years, then you want Dak.
yeah, I agree with that. I kind of want to. I mean, if you're okay, I kind of want to switch gears to. We can talk about some college football if you want.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we had the playoff. Well, I guess we'll talk about the conference championship games.
Wait, can you read the new poll? The final poll?
Yeah, I will.
Do you have it pulled up?
I will get it pulled up right now.
All right. I want to write it down.
Okay, so here is the final standings going into bowl season.
All right.
We'll start at 15 and go up. At number 15, we got Oregon. They finished the season 10-3. 2 of those losses being to Utah, where they got absolutely waxed. Number 14 is Oklahoma. They're 10-2. 13 is Pitt. They're 11-2. BYU is number 12. They're 10-2. Michigan State 11, 10-2 as well. Utah is number 10. They're 10-3. Oklahoma State is number 9. They're 11-2. They really would have been in the playoffs if that running back just gets one more inch reaching for the goal line. It was so sad to see that, especially if you're an Oklahoma State fan. But
Yeah, I agree. It was tough.
number 8 is Ole Miss. They're 10-2. 7's Ohio State. They're 10-2. 6 is Baylor. They're 11-2. 5 is Notre Dame. 11-1. And then now we get to the top 4. Number 4, there's Cincinnati. 13-0. Georgia, number 3, 12-1. They lost to Alabama in the SEC championship. Number 2 is Michigan. And number 1 is Alabama. What do you think about these, Max?
So the top 4 goes Bama, Michigan, Georgia, Cincinnati.
Yep.
All right. I think they got it right for the most part. I think that's fair, actually.
I think it is too. You can make a case for Michigan being number 1.
You could make a case for Cincinnati being number 1.
You really could.
You could make a case for anybody but Georgia being number 1. In those top 4. You can't make a case for Georgia right after they get beat by Bama. But would you agree that you could make a case for Bama, Michigan, or Cincinnati?
Yeah, you could.
So the way I would have ranked it is Michigan, Bama, Cincinnati, Georgia.
Michigan at number 1, Bama 2, Cincinnati 3, Georgia 4.
Yes, because okay, I would have just switched Georgia and Cincinnati, but if you're college football, you don't really want Georgia and Bama to play again.
Yeah.
So unless it's in the final round. Outside of that, Notre Dame at 5's right. Baylor is right. Oh, Ohio State is too high.
I'm gonna go ahead, Max. If you're done with that, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the New Year's 6 games. So pretty much
Right.
the 6 biggest bowl games, and then we'll think who wins. We'll kind of make our little predictions here. So in the Sugar Bowl, it is number 7 Baylor versus 8 Ole Miss.
Okay, number 7 Baylor versus 8 Ole Miss.
Yep.
Oh, Gabe. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams are on the COVID list.
Oh, who do the
So,
Chargers play this week?
I'm not sure, but wait.
We're gonna see a big week from Eckler, baby. Let's go.
Yes, but if you're playing Chiefs.
They're playing the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Wait, no, they're playing the Chiefs next week on Thursday night.
Mm.
They're
So do they play
playing-
this Sunday?
What day is it? Is it
Wednesday?
Wednesday? Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you go the whole day without knowing what day it was?
I got confused.
Okay.
1 second. Let me find who they're playing next week. Why can I not find this?
Let's just come back to it. We're talking about college football right now.
All right.
Who are you picking? Baylor or Ole Miss?
Baylor.
I'm gonna go with Baylor as well. Baylor's hot right now. Oh, Ohio State or Utah in the Rose Bowl?
Utah.
Really? I'm going
Utah.
Ohio State. I don't think this game's close either.
Give me Utah.
In the Fiesta Bowl, Notre Dame and Oklahoma State.
Give me Notre Dame
I'm gonna go Notre Dame.
in stomping fashion.
If Notre Dame had a quarterback, I would agree with you, but
Wait, hear me out here. Notre Dame's gonna be angry.
they're just gonna go out there and just
They're just gonna enforce their will
yeah.
on.
Here's the
Oklahoma State.
problem with Notre Dame is that since they're independent, they find themselves in this situation almost every year. If they're not undefeated, they're not making it into the college football playoff.
Because they don't have.
They don't play a conference championship.
Right, they don't play a really good team as their last game to prove themselves,
Yeah, they don't.
and
And
it's because if they lose one game, they're out of the playoffs.
yeah.
Just how it goes.
Yep. All right. Number 10, Michigan State or number 12, Pittsburgh in the Peach Bowl.
Michigan State.
I'm gonna go Pitt. I think Kenny Pickett has a big game.
Kenneth Walker has a big game.
They both have a big game, and it's a very high scoring one. How about that?
Fair enough. Fair
Because
enough.
Michigan State's secondary is bad. Okay,
I don't know.
now we get to the playoff games. Number 2, Michigan, or number 3, Georgia in the Orange Bowl.
Give me Michigan.
I'm going to go Georgia. I want Michigan to win, but I think Georgia comes out mad. I think that defense just tears the head off Michigan. But, I mean, you never know. This one will be interesting. It could
I'm
go
not
either
sure-
way.
I'm not sure Georgia can score on Michigan.
They might not. That's Georgia's big thing is their offense is just not very good.
And Michigan's defense is good. It's better than Bama's.
Yeah, it is better than Bama's.
That,
Okay.
What's that? Aiden Hutchinson. He's a stud.
Yeah, he is. He's a stud. Okay, now is the game that you've all been waiting for. Alabama or Cincinnati in the Cotton Bowl.
Bama, but it's close.
I put it on Twitter. I talk about it every day. Give me Cincy.
I hope you're right.
I hope I'm
really-
right too.
If this opens the door for so many things, if Cincinnati.
Oh, it'd be
beats Bama.
so awesome. I just want
it
to see
would be-
people eat their words. People think Cincinnati can't hang.
I want to watch the Herd with Colin Cowherd. And he ranked Cincinnati like 22.
Yeah. I want to see people like him eat their words.
Yeah.
I want to see it so bad.
Even if it's close, they kind of have to eat their words.
Yeah, here's the thing that worries me though. Alabama's got 3 weeks to prepare for Cincinnati. It's a tall task for Cincinnati to go in there and beat number 1 Alabama that's been preparing for them for 3 weeks, and they have the best coach in college football.
Oh, it ain't going to be easy.
No, it's not easy.
No.
But Cincinnati
This-
knows it ain't easy. And if any team's going to do it, it's them. And they're going to do it.
I hope you're right.
Cincinnati's
I just don't see
defense
it.
is
I
good.
just don't see it. Oh, yeah, they're good. Sauce.
Ahmad Sauce Gardner is going to clamp whoever he guards.
Ah, that Bama,
Oh, dude,
that
he's a.
Bama receiving course good.
Oh,
they're
I can't
good.
think of that guy's name. His last name is Williams.
Yeah,
The receiver from Alabama.
Williams is good.
Yeah, he's getting clamped.
No, he's not.
Yeah, no.
Nobody in the country can claim him.
Nah, I'm talking a little.
I don't know about that. Nobody. No.
Now, Sauce, he's gonna
He'll put up a fight, but
show out.
you can't clamp the best. Like nobody. When Calvin Johnson was in a prime, if you said Darrell Revis couldn't clamp him, it's not a shot at Darrell Revis.
No, it's not
It's just Calvin Johnson's.
a specimen.
Calvin Johnson
He's a
made grown
specimen.
men cry.
Yeah.
I saw a story on Twitter about this rookie corner, and he said after he played Calvin Johnson, and Calvin Johnson had like 200 yards and 3 touchdowns on him, and he said he went back to the locker room, he cried. He didn't know people were made like that.
Oh man, I cannot wait to watch this game.
Me too.
If you're betting
my
on this
biggest-
game,
The worst thing that can happen is Bama can blow out Cincinnati, and
Yeah.
I do not want to see that.
whatever happens in this game, I think if you're betting on it, Cincinnati's going to cover the spread. No matter what the
The spread's like 15.
yeah, they're Cincinnati's covering that. I think
This Bama team's good.
they are. People sleep on Cincinnati though.
They do, but this Bama team is good. All right. Georgia, Michigan, what do you think happens there?
We touched on it a little bit.
I forget who you said.
I said Georgia. I'm going to stick with Georgia. It'll be close though. It'll be really close.
Okay. I think
I think whoever wins that game is going to win the Natty.
you do.
Yeah, I really do. I don't
You
think
see, I think-
Alabama wins it this year. They've had too many games where they stalled out and just have not looked very good. This is one of the weaker Alabama teams, honestly, that we've seen.
I think they beat Georgia again if they play them. But I think Michigan wins it all. But
They might.
I want to see it. I really want to see it.
I'd like to see it too.
If Cincinnati doesn't win it, I want
The
Michigan
best
to win
case scenario is I want to see a Michigan-Cincinnati national championship.
it. I just want to see good football.
Yeah,
If that's I don't even care who wins. I just want to see good football. If that's the championship game, I just want to see good football.
yeah. Ah, dude, I cannot wait to watch the Cincinnati Alabama game. You know, I've been talking. If Cincinnati gets blown out, I will take it like a man. I will
You
eat
gotta eat
every
your
single.
words.
I will, and I will take it like a man. But that's not gonna happen.
I really hope it doesn't happen.
It's
I
not
don't-
going.
I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but I don't think it happens. I think they keep it. If they get beat, I think they keep it within 3 scores.
Yeah. No, people. I love the underdog. People put
There's no way-
disrespect Cincinnati so much. They put so much disrespect on Cincinnati's name.
But if somebody's going to go into that game underrating Cincinnati, it ain't going to be Bama.
No, it's not. I
Nick
mean,
Saban
we said
is
it.
way too good.
They're the best. He's the best coach in college football. That's the thing.
He's the best coach ever.
It's a tall task for Cincinnati to go beat Bama anyways. But since they have 3 weeks to prepare for Cincinnati. 3 weeks. That is just crazy. That is. I mean, you could say Cincinnati's got 3 weeks to prepare for Bama, but let's
But
be
it's
real.
Bama.
Let's
You know
be
what you're
real
getting
here.
with Bama.
Yeah, Bama. Yeah, Bama. They're gonna have a game plan.
This is the most excited I think I've ever been for a college football slate.
You gotta love it. I love college football bowl season.
Yep, me too. It's a fun time.
Yeah. All right. I think that's gonna go ahead and wrap us up for this episode.
Yep, I believe so.
All right. I'd just like to thank everybody for listening. We had a pretty good episode today. Make sure to comment any things that you'd like to hear in the next episode. But yeah, without beating around the bush, we'll just go ahead and sign off here.
Yep. Thanks for listening, everybody.